Happy Flame Day, everybody. We're going to kick it off like we always do with the Blue Flame theme song, Contagious, by yours truly, Clarita Hatton Jackson, on Blue Flame Moments Radio Show.
Keep it locked right here on the Blue Flame Moments Radio Show with Clarita Hatton Jackson.
Hey, Mama! Clarita's on the radio!
Hey, family, let's keep this praise party going with Tina Campbell, We Livin'.
Hey, this is Phil Thornton from RCA Inspiration. Keep it locked to Blue Flame Moments with Clarita Hatton Jackson.
That was Tina Campbell, We Livin'. And it's time for the Indie Spotlight.
Hey, this is Kendall McDowell from Greensboro, North Carolina, and I'm so excited to share my new music with you. You can learn more about me at www.kendallmcdowell.com or follow me on Instagram at Kendall_raw. Next up is my new song, Jump In, featuring Stacey May Parker. Man, listen, I pray it's a blessing to you. Keep it locked right here on Blue Flame Moments Radio Show with Clarita Hatton Jackson.
Blue Flame Moments Radio Show.
Your weekly source for inspiration.
With Clarita Hatton Jackson.
And it's time to release the word of the day. Today's word is gift. Proverbs 18:16 says, a man's gift maketh room for him and bringeth him before great men. Listen, it's imperative that you cultivate your gift, educate yourself, and pursue opportunity according to your gift so that you're prepared to step into the room that's being made for you. So what you need to do now is take inventory of what you do have and begin to put those things into perspective and align your thoughts, decisions, and actions and begin to get ready to walk into your next destiny moment. Listen, I am certain that our guest today is capable of releasing some destiny wisdom on using your gift. Help me welcome the business mogul himself, Mr. Phil Thornton. Hey, Phil.
Hey, Clarita. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Now, listen, I'm excited to be able to talk to you. Of course, I know who you are, and we've had the opportunity to meet face to face, of course. But I want the world to hear me say that I appreciate the gift, Phil Thornton.
Oh, that's be the glory. I appreciate that. It's amazing. I'm just enjoying. I love what I do. I'm grateful to play a part and partner with some amazing creative individuals in different facets of the business. So it's truly a blessing.
Yes, sir. Well, your gift has certainly taken you into some great places, and I want to talk about some of your past and move into where you are now. So let's talk about prior to your tenure at E1, you established 10-to-1 Entertainment. That is a multimedia television production and artist management firm, and you had a client list like Faith Evans, Michelle Williams, Kenny Lattimore. Oh my gosh, on and on and on and on. And you produced TV one series R&B Divas, right? Then R&B Divas LA. Oh my gosh, that's like the bomb. And then you turned around and you're the executive producer of It's a Man's World with David and Tamela Mann. Those are a lot of things to do in such a short time. How did you handle the transition of all those things? Was it difficult for you?
The transition is never, generally, at least not for me, it hasn't been easy, but because especially switching gears from more the TV side to more on the record label side, but I've made it work, and that's why I just continue to have can stay focused, and I thank my team on all sides. I mean, my team on those wonderful TV and film productions that I've had the pleasure of being a part of, and on the record label side when I was at E1, for 4 years, and came over here to RCA in 2016. I mean, the common denominator is that I've had amazing people around me.
Wow. Well, listen, guys, if you're just tuning in, I'm chatting with the amazing Phil Thornton, and you have to hear more about who the weight of this man is. Listen, I know so much about what's going on just because I'm blessed to be in the know, and I happen to be close friends, I would say a covenant sister to one of your frat brothers, who is our co-producer of Blue Flame Moments, which is Mr. Carlton McConnell. So he said, make sure you mention.
Yeah, shout out to Brother Carlton. It's all the noobs listening out there. Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated is definitely in the building. Achievement.
Yes, sir. I said I will not get in trouble. I'll make sure I mention because he will get me later. So we're connected in more than one way, and I appreciate the opportunity to feel that way concerning our relationship. So I have a question for you. In order to wear all these hats that you wear, you have to be focused. You have to have strategy. What is your key to the balance between life and business? Do you have one?
Great question. I am still working through that balance. That's actually one of my New Year's resolutions, as it has been for the last few years. I'm being better with just balancing the whole work-life balance, because it's so easy to get consumed in either direction. And I've been very fortunate to have, experienced some really cool things on the business side, and written hit songs and produced hit TV shows and films, and have a #1 record on the label side. But I definitely gotta allow the personal to catch up a little bit. So yes. I'm working on that as we speak. I'm taking care of myself on all fronts. So that's just kind of, so it's not just mentally, spiritually. Yes, I'm making sure I'm taking care of myself there, and
yes.
And I have a great church home here in Nashville, Tennessee, Mount Zion Baptist Church. Bishop Joseph Walker,
yes.
third. So he's, it's my pastor, and so it's so easy to get consumed, but it's important that you have balance.
That's awesome.
It's bigger than me, but I'm working through it.
Yes. Well, I think we're all trying to figure out that balance, but it, like we were saying, if you're strategic and you're intentional, you'll find a way to get that balance. And it kind of led into my next question. I always have to ask something personal. So what is it that you do to unwind? What's your favorite thing to do to just work? That's my because I'm the kind of person that I just kind of work even in my sleep. My brain is constantly working. Are you like that? How do you unwind?
I can, depending on if I'm on deadline for a project that really has my attention, but I love to sleep. And sometimes I have those moments, especially where I've been traveling a lot. Rest is good. But I go to the movies. I read a lot. I even do interesting activities like hiking when the weather is decent out here in Nashville. So because that's really helped me clear my head, and just I'm here in the middle of nowhere. So it's not like I'm out there texting or thinking about anything, any social media or anything like that. But that's something, that's a guilty pleasure that anybody that be aware of. But yeah, I like to go outdoor activities. But definitely hiking is one. I go to the movies just because it's, a lot of people are at home watching Netflix and other, premium channels, but I still like the experience of going out to the movies. Dinner, there's a lot of, here in Nashville, a lot of great restaurants. And
now, wait a minute. Yeah, I got to stop you 1 second. You said hiking. I don't know very many brown people.
And I don't see very many brown people when I'm out there. That's the other interesting observation that I've noticed when I'm out there. I do not. I don't see that. To your point, touche. That's that is very. I don't see, but it should be. Why not? It's a great form of cardio and exercise, but it's also a way just to clear your head. And out here in Nashville, you're walking along the lake, and it's just it's really cool. It's a cool. You have a few different trail options, so it's really cool. I mean, I've seen Taylor Swift out there a few times, and so it's a really, we don't see many brown people.
I'm sorry, my imagination runs wild. You say hiking, I just imagine me walking with a backpack and a bear or something comes up. I just can't do it.
Well, there are some wildlife, but you have to be smart and time of day, and those are all factors that play a part. So just continue to pray for your brother when he's out there hiking, and down run into a bear or some other wildlife. But but it's good though. Really
I'm gonna pray right now. Lord help, Brother Phil. Him and his adventures.
Those are just a few of the things that I do just to unwind.
Wow, well that's good, and I appreciate you for sharing that, because it's just always good for people to be able to hear and connect. Sometimes we look up to people, but we really don't know what we're looking up to. So So it's always good to be able to hear more in depth about the person. So I think it would be so wonderful at this point for you to just release a word of wisdom to our listeners, something to encourage them, help prepare them for their next destiny moment. Because we all dream, but without some type of wisdom to help us get to the next step, we're just dreamers. So is there something that you can say or release to help the person that's listening reach destiny?
In order to reach your full destiny, I believe in one, you definitely have to have a vision. I believe firmly that you should write down your vision, make it plain, and not be afraid to just get it out of your head and actually devise. Some people do vision boards. I just like to write it out, just here are my goals for the year or for the month, and figure out the steps in order to achieve said goal. What is the team of people that I need to assemble or collaborate or partner with? Because that's another big part of your circle, the people you're in relationship with or in partnership with, extremely important. And just having integrity during the process on your journey, because it's so easy to do. In business, people will, just to get an extra share of the pie, will sometimes compromise their integrity and their values. Stay away from those people and don't be that person. But first and foremost, has always been my thing. I keep God first. And I believe that He orders our steps, and just it's really from being a 12-year-old intern to sitting on, here now talking with you as an executive at a major record company is nothing but God. And I think about every step, every introduction, every setting, every event I went to. It was all it was predetermined. It was before me. It was already written, and I'm just grateful. But continue to just have a great foundation of people, be integral, and always keep God first.
Wow, very powerful keys. God, relationships, integrity, and preparation. That was awesome. Oh, man, that was good. So before I let you go, I want to make sure it's nothing else you want to share. And also, will you please let our listeners know if there's a way for them to connect with you, either social media, website, whatever they can do, and any other thing that you want to talk about before I let you go.
No, I want to thank you, Karita, for having me on today. I'm excited, and we got to get the rest of my wonderful roster on your show. We got an amazing roster over here at RCA Inspiration, so a lot of great music coming this year from a lot of people. We got to have them stop by and show some love, but thank you, everybody. You can check me out on social media, Instagram. It's Billionaire, you got millionaire, billionaire, but Billionaire, PHILLIONAIRE, and on Twitter, Billionaire as well. So Billionaire 1911, I'm sorry, on Instagram, and Billionaire on Twitter. So just reach out to me and shout me out and show some love. But thank you for your time.
Thank you so much. I'm always down, so absolutely I will help you. I will do my best to do all I can to share the sound and the wisdom and the artist that you represent. That's what I do. That's what God called me to do. Take all those red flames over there and turn them blue. So I'm here for you, and I appreciate you. We might as well go ahead and play a song from RCA Inspiration Grammy nominated artist Corinne Hawthorne. Listen, it's one of my favorite songs right now. Y'all, this is Won't He Do It by Corinne Hawthorne.
Hey, won't he do it? Let's go.
Here's the top pick of the week with Bishop Noel Jones and the Sanctuary Choir featuring Tammy Hatton, Run to the Altar. That was Tammy Hatton with the City of Refuge Sanctuary Choir singing Run to the Altar. Up next is Anthony Brown with I Got That. That was Anthony Brown and Group Therapy, I Got That. It's important for me to keep you updated on the news, so here it is. Mario Lopez receives a miracle and announces wife's pregnancy after thinking it wasn't in God's plan. Chick-fil-A opens on Sunday and makes a 14-year-old autistic boy's birthday wish come true. And a Texas church pays off the school lunch debt for more than 200 students. I want to connect with you and discuss this news, so be sure to follow us on Instagram at The Blue Flame Live and Facebook, The Blue Flame Live, so that we can chat about what's going on in our world. Well, my loves, it's that time again. This show was brought to you by our sponsors, Next Dimension University, who is stumping out biblical illiteracy globally, and the Toon Doctor Academy, where creatives can be empowered online 24/7. This is your Destiny Coach, Clarita Hatton-Jackson, reminding you that there's greatness on the inside of you. I'm here to help you take your flame from red to blue because that's what God has chosen me to do. Don't you ever forget it. You have the ability to shine bright and win.